Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us or watching later at home. The City of Webster Groves has solicited sealed bids from qualified contractors for the demolition of two residential structures, one located at 834 North Forest Avenue and the other at 838 East Pacific Avenue. The scope of work includes, but is not limited to, the complete removal of the structures, asbestos testing and remediation, disconnection of utilities, and site restoration to a uniform grade. Additionally, the city will require the removal of dead trees and excessive vegetation on the subject properties. The work must comply with all applicable local, state, and federal regulations, including the Webster Groves Municipal Code, the 2015 International Building Code, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration Standards, and the St. Louis County Department of Public Health Air Pollution Control Program. The bidding for 1124-WFD01 is now closed. Each bid received will now be opened and read to determine if the bid possesses the necessary documentation to proceed on to the evaluation stage. All submitted bids must contain the following documents: the bid form, the certificate of non-segregation, the non-collusion affidavit, the subcontractor utilization form, the superintendent submittal form, and the bid bond, which is 5% of the bid. I'm going to open each bid individually in order in which they were received and verify if the bids are valid based on the documents I just read. Bid number one. Bid number one was submitted by Z&L Wrecking Company. Z&L Wrecking Company has the bid form with the amount of the bid at $53,600. It includes the certificate of non-segregation, the non-collusion affidavit, the subcontractor utilization form, the superintendent form, and the bid bond. This bid will be able to successfully move on to the next stage. Bid number two. Bid number two has been submitted by Hillsdale Demolition Contracting. Bid number two contains the bid form. The bid form is for $83,356. The bid form, the bid package contains a certificate of non-segregation, non-collusion affidavit, subcontractor utilization form, superintendent submittal form, and the bid bond. This bid will move on to the next phase of the process. Bid number 3. Bid number 3 is being submitted by Bid number 3 is being submitted by Saline Creek Grading LLC for the bid price of $77,500. It has a certificate of non-segregation, a non-collusion affidavit, subcontractor utilization form, superintendent submittal form, and a bid bond. This bid will move on to the next phase of the bid process. The fourth and final bid that we have today is being submitted by Tubbs and Son Construction. The bid form has been submitted for a sum of $43,410. There is a non-collusion affidavit. There is a certification of non-segregation, subcontractor utilization form, superintendent submittal form, and a cashier's check for $21.70.50. There are some notations on some of the forms and documents that were submitted. This form will be moving on to the next phase of the bid process. At this time, the meeting is going to close. As the week progresses, all of the bids that are qualifying bids will be evaluated, and a bid award will be taking place within the next week or two. Thank you for your patience.